Mama June. Pumpkin says Sugar Bear was abusive to her and Mom June knew about it. The Mama June cast never had an easy life. Apparently, the Star Kids had to undergo a lot of issues and never-ending chaos. Indeed, their childhood left scars that will forever remain. However, fans only knew that the kids were suffering. But they never imagined to what extent things were happening in the lives of Alana and Lauren. Recently, the sisters appeared on a podcast and acted as a curtain raiser to their miseries of life. That is when Pumpkin revealed that Sugar Bear was abusive to her. We have all the information, so keep on reading. Mama June. Sugar Bear was abusive, calls her a D***kid. The Mama June Star Kids Pumpkin and Honey Boo Boo recently joined Bunny XO, aka Bunny DeFord, on her Dumb Blonde podcast. Apparently, the podcast named Pumpkin and Alana Part 1. Addiction, abuse, and sticking together revealed a lot about the troublesome childhood the Star Kids faced. Till now, the world only knew about the mishappenings the sisters had to face. But now, finally, they are open about how they have dealt with it. It's the first time the real side, or the kid side, is coming out in front of the world. Not only this, the duo revealed a lot about their mother and her ex-boyfriends. Pumpkin, with a special reference to Sugar Bear, revealed that her mother's ex physically assaulted her. The 22-year-old revealed that once, the patriarch threw a set of keys at her eyes. But the worst part isn't this. Things get even worse when Pumpkin reveals that her mother, June, knew everything about the abuse that her daughter was going through. But the matriarch chose to do nothing and sat idly about it. The host slammed Mike, saying, "Sugar Bear is an *** kid. I never knew." Mama June. June was open about her drugs addiction to her kids. The Mama June fans are well aware of the fact that Shannon was a huge drug addict. Apparently, the star was sentenced to go behind bars because she was accused of possessing drugs. The Star sisters revealed that their mom started her career in drugs after she parted ways with Sugar Bear, before they could even realize she was dunging into drugs. But this isn't the most shocking this. It was terrifying when Pumpkin and Alana accepted that their mom was always open about her drug addiction to them. Apparently, June used to tell her girls about when she was doing it and how much she was doing it. The Star girls further revealed that Gino Doak was the one who dragged June into the bog of drugs. When the host asked Lauren and Alana about their experience with drugs, it was shocking to see that the girls were the complete opposite of their mother. Apparently, the 17-year-old doesn't even like nicotine cigarettes, while Lauren had just tried pot when she was 11, but never tried anything hard. Keep coming back to TV season and spoilers for all the latest Mama June updates. Mama June Shannon has been a figure of both fascination and controversy ever since her family burst onto the reality television scene with Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. Fans fell in love with the charming, quirky family and their southern pageant lifestyle. But beneath the surface, deep and painful issues have quietly simmered for years. Now Pumpkin, Mama June's daughter, has courageously come forward with shocking revelations that Sugar Bear, the family's patriarch and Pumpkin's father, was abusive to her. Even more unsettling is Pumpkin's claim that Mama June knew about the abuse and did little to stop it. This disclosure has rocked the Brown family fan base and ignited a fierce debate about the responsibilities of parents and producers when it comes to protecting vulnerable children from harm, especially when those children's lives are broadcast for millions to see. Pumpkin's account paints a grim picture of a family struggling not only with public scrutiny and addiction, but also with the scars of abuse that have long been kept hidden from the public eye. The story of Pumpkin's abuse began to surface in earnest during interviews and social media posts, where she spoke candidly about years of emotional and physical pain inflicted by Sugar Bear. She described a childhood marked by fear, control, and manipulation, often at the hands of the very man who was supposed to protect her. The abuse reportedly took many forms: verbal attacks that chipped away at her self-esteem, controlling behaviors that limited her freedom, and in some instances, physical violence. What makes Pumpkin's revelations even more heartrending is her claim that Mama June, despite being aware of the abuse, failed to intervene adequately. According to Pumpkin, June's knowledge of Sugar Bear's behavior did not translate into protection for her children. Instead, there was silence, denial, or excuses. Actions that Pumpkin believes enabled the abuse to continue. This dynamic of abuse paired with neglect has cast a dark shadow over the family's public image. Mama June, who has herself been open about her struggles with addiction and personal hardship, is now facing harsh scrutiny. Many fans and commentators are grappling with the question of how much a mother should know before taking action, and whether Mama June's choices were shaped by her own battles or by a desire to maintain the family's television success. Sugar Bear, on the other hand, has largely remained silent in the wake of these accusations. His public persona as a fun-loving and supportive father on the show clashes with Pumpkin's serious allegations, creating a complicated and painful contrast. While some family members have remained loyal to Sugar Bear, others have expressed support for Pumpkin and her bravery in speaking out. Behind the cameras, the reality was far from the lighthearted fun that viewers saw. The pressures of constant filming, the expectations placed on the family, and the emotional weight of abuse created a toxic environment. Pumpkin's experience highlights the often overlooked risks of growing up in a reality TV family where private struggles become public entertainment. The role of Mama June in this story is multifaceted. On one hand, she is a mother battling her own demons, trying to hold her family together. On the other, Pumpkin's statements suggest that June's inaction contributed to a cycle of harm. Whether this was due to denial, fear, or inability is part of the larger conversation now unfolding in the media and among fans. Producers and networks also face questions about their duty of care. Reality TV's allure often depends on capturing raw, unfiltered family drama. But where should the line be drawn? In the Browns' case, it appears that signs of abuse were either ignored or deliberately kept out of the narrative to preserve the show's marketability. This raises ethical concerns about how much responsibility producers have to intervene when real-life harm is at stake. The public response to Pumpkin's revelations has been intense and emotional. Many fans have taken to social media to express outrage, heartbreak, and support for Pumpkin's courage. Hashtags advocating for child safety and calling out abuse have trended, and mental health professionals have weighed in on the importance of listening to survivors and providing them with support. At the same time, some have cautioned against rushing to judgment, emphasizing the complexity of family dynamics and the challenges that come with addiction and trauma. They call for compassion for all involved while still advocating for accountability and protection for the children. Pumpkin's voice is a powerful reminder that abuse often hides behind closed doors and that silence can perpetuate pain. Her willingness to share her story publicly breaks a long-standing taboo and opens the door for other survivors to speak out. It also forces a reckoning for Mama June and others in the family who must confront the consequences of their actions or inactions. The Brown story is a microcosm of a broader issue in the entertainment industry. Reality television has often been criticized for prioritizing sensationalism over the welfare of its participants, particularly children. Pumpkin's revelations add to a growing call for reform in how these shows are produced and how families are supported. Moving forward, there are hopes that the Browns can find healing and reconciliation, and that Pumpkin's courage will inspire change. The challenges are immense, but the spotlight can also become a beacon for awareness and progress. This chapter of the Brown family saga is still unfolding. As more details emerge and the family navigates these turbulent waters, the conversation about abuse, accountability, and family will continue to captivate and move audiences worldwide. Pumpkin's story stands as a testament to strength in the face of adversity and the power of truth to shine light on even the darkest corners. Pumpkin's courage in coming forward is a significant moment not only for the Brown family, but for many who have suffered abuse in silence. Her willingness to speak out about Sugar Bear's abusive behavior has brought a painful truth into the public eye, forcing a reconsideration of the family's story that fans once viewed through rose-colored glasses. This revelation sheds light on how abuse can be hidden even in the most visible families, and how difficult it can be for victims to escape the cycle when those around them, including parents, fail to protect them. In her accounts, Pumpkin describes feeling trapped in a world where the very people meant to safeguard her well-being instead prioritized appearances or their own interests. The dynamic with Mama June, in particular, has been complex and fraught with conflicting emotions. while June has expressed love for her children publicly. Pumpkin's statements suggest that this love was sometimes overshadowed by denial, enabling behavior, or simply not knowing how to intervene effectively.